ago, I actually wrote a business plan when I launched. I just never used it. But I actually did write one, and I did a mission and vision and statements and objectives and all this nonsense, and I wrote out values. And for an accounting firm, you obviously need values like integrity and honesty, reliability, dedication, hard work, all these things.
Trustworthiness. I
think we must have had about 15 values listed, something like that. And then, last year I was chatting to you and I just said, this is ridiculous. I'm not going to expect people to learn 15, or it was like this list.
Long list.
and thinking, first of all, if I've gone as far as hiring someone, we already know they embody those values. We look for them when we're going through the interview process.
Yeah.
So I know that this person is reliable, and I hope that they're reliable and they're honest and they're ethical and all this nonsense. And technically, if they've done an accounting degree, if they have, they should know that we're one of the industries where ethics is particularly important. You're supposed
especially
to be,
these days.
above the average in terms of ethics and honesty and reliability. So it was ridiculous to have all these things, and so you and I sat down and we thought we'll turn them into 4. It would be, and essentially it's the be a good person, because that covers ethics and morals and honesty and integrity and all of those, and do the right thing, because it also does, but we've also got to be legally bound to certain things, and accounting requires very specific protocols, so we've got to do it the right way. And we've got to do it the right way, not just for accounting purposes, but because, we are responsible for helping our clients be good corporate citizens. We would be legal and ethical in the world, not just in the numbers, you see. So if that do the right thing and be a good person, that covers all of that.
Yes.
And then for me, I added in the last 2, which, because you've also been through burnout, I think our entire team has been through burnout at some stage in their careers. And so my enjoy life value it's about the fact that I personally value freedom. I've always valued freedom. Even, back in school days, I hated school. I shouldn't say it out loud. I hated school. I was good. I'm academically good at learning. I got A's and I didn't battle with exams or anything, but I hated having to be there at a specific time, having to wear a specific uniform, having to go to these classes, which some of them were so boring, and have, just this rules and regulations and repetition and this feeling that I'm stuck in this system. I hated it. And I remember, actually, as much as I liked my old boss, I'd actually helped my gran run a travel business before, and that was way more fun.
Oh, you've done loads of different things.
Yes. And I'd worked for Colleen part-time. I was working, I think, 2 days a week or 3 days a week or something, and I was loving it. And so when she offered me the full-time job, I said yes. I had been full-time for 6 months, and I got depression.
You realize, wow.
I battle with this feeling of being stuck, having to be at work at 8 o'clock, having to sit in the seat for 5 days a week, 4 weeks a month. But for accounting in particular, if you're the bookkeeper of a company, the majority of your work is 1 week a month.
I think, yeah.
You have for that size company, I had about an hour's work a day, and that was it. And then in the last week of the month, I was busy. But I had to be there every day and just be bored. So I learned to really value freedom and the freedom to be yourself and to live life, to really enjoy the life you're living. And I suppose
the whole work-life balancing, And
then the burnout, there goes my life. The burnout that I went through also made me really value being free and not working myself to that point of of collapse and not wanting any of my staff or my clients to ever work themselves into that position either. So enjoy life is very much about freedom. And then grow, because like I said, the best thing I ever did was to join a mentoring group. So I learned the value of continuous learning. You can never learn much. You can, the world is constantly changing. We're always changing. Our industry is changing. Everything is always different, except taxes. And and if you're not growing, if you're not learning, if you're not changing, you get left behind. So
yeah, and I think especially as I'm gonna call us the older generation, but with all the techie stuff, the young people, like where the life world's going with AI and stuff, that it will always be continuous learning is something that's just going to be out there always. Otherwise, you're going to be left behind.
Very much, yeah. And I mean,
and that's a world I don't know about lots.
Zoom has this lovely touch up my appearance feature, so you can't really see, but I'm pretty wrinkled now at 41.
I've got my first one too as well.
I have to learn a lot to keep up with all these youngsters and their robotics.
My favorite would be to be a good person. It's a very hard question, because all of them are really something that you want to be. Because once you can be a good person, then you can grow, and then you can enjoy your life. If you're a bad person, I mean, I don't know how you can go to bed at night and not have that guilt about something bad that you did, I love my sleep. So I want to go to bed.
Yeah. So I'm guessing your favorite one is enjoy life, but I'd be interested to see if I'm wrong.
No, that's definitely my main one. The rest comes to the respect, but enjoy life is a great one. my first and most important one is be a good person, because I think if you get that right, all the other ones just flow out of that. Because if you're a good person, it means you'll look after yourself as well and the people around you as well in a nice way.